People need to understand, with no farmers, no food, we are going into food shortages. This affects everybody, left, right, doesn't matter where you come from. This is what our government are doing to us all.
The people that are working 7 days a week to try and feed the nation are being attacked. Not just by this government, but by bigger players.
100%.
By the liberal elites. Don't you forget that.
Yes, 100%.
And we've got technocrats that don't have any solutions. They can't deal with our borders. They certainly can't deal with farming. But instead they want us all on a draconian, tyrannical, central digital system.
Every one of us, no matter whether it's left, right, stuck in the middle, mate, we need to unite as one against the bigger picture.
I've had to ditch everything to come here because this is going to be control of the people. And if we don't wake up today, when are people going to wake up?
It's not about left and right at this point, it's about humanity.
Absolutely.
The thing is, everyone keeps calling me crazy, and now it's finally happened. I've been inundated with messages of people going, oh, you were right. And there's a massive reckoning, a massive awakening.
You want to come have a chat with people that not interested? Politicians don't care. There you go, politicians just walking out the door and not giving a flying fuck about anybody.
I'm not moving nowhere, lad. I think. It's not
The plan is to destroy farmers, put them out of business, take their land, and own and control the food supply and centralise everything. And then you've got people like Bill Gates who want to sell us synthetic meat while doing away with cattle. And these guys are not the head of the snake. These guys are the puppets for the head of the snake, which is globalists like the World Economic Forum, the UN.
Like, the whole point of me doing this is not for content, it's a fucking warning, man.
Yeah, please, there's loads of us out here trying to spatter it home to everyone that if things don't change, we're all going to be miserable, basically.
So today I'm in Liverpool, and if anyone's been watching my videos, you'll have seen that back in June, I think it was, I went down to Wales to cover the protest for the farmers. And basically the farmers are still being ignored, and I've been saying it for a long time. We could possibly get into food shortages if the government don't actually listen to the farmers. And again, these guys are still out here trying to protest, trying to get listened to by the farmers, and they're not doing it. You know, the government are starting on them. But not only that, Starmer's now announced a digital ID. A digital ID is going to be mandatory for every single person in the UK. Should it not be about choice? How long have people like me been saying this? Saying that there's something bigger at play, saying that this is a plan. Now if the digital ID comes into play, trust me, we're going into China. And that's the honest answer. And people really need to wake up. Every video I've been doing, this is a plan, this is a plan, this is a plan for complete takeover, dictatorship, everything. And what we've got today is, we've got a possibility of food shortage is still going to continue if they don't listen. But let's see what people are here for. I know what I'm here for. I'm here to support the farmers, but also I know there's some people here that are going to be fighting against the digital ID, and I'll be standing alongside them as well.
Come here, sir. I can't hear, sorry. Well, we've got a
Tell me what brings you here today? What does this represent?
It's death of agriculture. We're being taxed to death. We can't produce food safely or value for money anymore. We want the government to take heed.
And do you feel that the government's listening to you?
The government is arsing, literally killing everybody.
Why is that, do you think?
It doesn't matter whether you're a small business, you're a farmer, you're an electrician, you're a plumber, we're all getting screwed over by the government.
I think I can agree with that, mate. I can 100% agree with that. True or false? Is it true that if things don't pick up, we could possibly get into food shortages?
I think you're going to definitely have food shortages.
Shocking, mate. Well, here's hoping you get listened to. Do you think you'll get listened to today?
No.
No?
No, he won't be listening. He doesn't listen to anybody else. Why is he going to listen to us?
Here's hoping, mate. Here's hoping to do. How are you, my friend?
Yeah,
You're back here again,
yeah,
mate.
we're back here again, protesting against this Labour tyranny that they're going to kill in 2 generations. They kill off my family farm, and it's an absolute nightmare. So we come today to bring the message straight to them this time. We're not messing about this time, and if this doesn't work, there'll be massive shutdowns in the country.
I've been speaking about it a long time, mate. Now the digital ID's ready to get rolled out.
Terrible.
I think everything's a plan.
Yeah.
Been talking about it, the agenda. I think as more and more people are starting to wake up to that. What do you think?
Yeah, well, they'll be stopping your payments going through with the banks. They'll be stopping your food because you've been eating too much. They use it as a weapon against the general public, they will. And it'll be pure control of the public then. They'll have control of the food and everything, and it's completely wrong. Got to fight it. 2.5 million signatures in 24 hours tells you how bad a policy it is.
Again, but when Starmer got into power, remember there was 1 million odd people signed that, and he came out and he just said, well, there's obviously 1 million people didn't vote for me, so he's got a good way of dodging these things, you know.
This is our power, though. People are the power. People do have the power against the government, and if all the people stand up against the government, they will go.
I think there's a lot of causes need to come together. I've been saying that for a long time.
100%.
Farmers and everyone needs to stand together.
100%.
You know, appreciate it, mate.
Nice one, mate.
I'm down here today. What's your name, my man?
I'm Alan Daly.
Alan, how you doing? What brings you down here, mate?
I'm from Oxfordshire. I've come all the way from Oxford this morning to basically trying to explain to the Labour government about their new inheritance tax that's going to cripple farmers.
And what do you feel that the government's listening to you?
No, so this is the only way we can get them to listen, is to come down and try and meet them face to face and try and put our message across.
This is my second event I've came down for you guys. I went down to the one in Wales. I don't know if you were there at all. Labour were inside there. I understand Keir Starmer was in the building, but again, the man doesn't seem to be listening to you, and doesn't seem to be listening to the people of this country, to be honest with you.
No, he keeps running away. And I mean, all we want to do is kind of put our point of view across. You know, we're not trying to fiddle our taxes or not pay our bills, but you know, they need to come down and sit down and listen to us. Otherwise, we won't have any farm security in this country. It's as simple as that.
And I've been speaking about this for a long time. I'm a bit worried, a bit concerned. True or false, if things keep going, are we going to go into food shortages?
I do think so. I think, you know, during World War II we had to call on the landladies to come in and do all the work in the fields because there was a food shortage, and we clearly haven't learned our lessons. And you know, Ukraine war was another highlight, how basically things got short very quickly, and the public are paying for this every day of the week. They're going to be paying more and more for their food, and it's not fair on them either.
Do you feel that the mainstream media are on your side?
No. I would say basically it's been very hard to get our point of view across, and you know, at the end of the day, all we want to do is sit down and engage with people and explain our position.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, and I'm hoping that they listen today. Like I say, obviously he's announced the digital ID as well the other day. You know, another. This is the thing, it doesn't seem to be about choice anymore. It just seems to be government's way or no way.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, digital IDs, we got our passports, haven't we? We've got identifications. So what more do we need another piece of paper for, another electronic? You know, I mean, it's just getting crazier and crazier. I think the priorities are all kind of wrong at the moment, really.
I think since COVID, mate, I think the world's went crazy.
I think it certainly has, you know.
And I've been saying it for a while. I think this is our plan. I think everything's been orchestrated.
Well, I'm not really sure. I mean, all I know is that we want people to listen, you know. At the end of the day, if they don't, then food prices are going to get more and more expensive. It's as simple as that.
100%. Appreciate it, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Go on.
No farmers, no food. No farmers, no food. No security. Support British farmers. Support British farmers. No food, no farms, no food, no farms, no food. Support British farmers.
Look at this, man. That's how you bring the noise. Absolutely brilliant. People need to understand, with no farmers, no food, we are going into food shortages. This affects everybody, left, right, doesn't matter where you come from. This is what our government are doing to us all. Don't let them fool you, don't believe the mainstream media. This is a plan. This is all part of the plan.
Support farming!
Rev it, boy, rev it! Look at here! Bring it noise, mate! Bring the noise! Bring it fucking noise, man! Bring the noise, mate! You can't keep a good man down! This is what it's about! Nice to see you, young man. Huh? LGB News on the scene.
Come on, John, come and say hello.
How's it going?
John Watson,
How you doing?
come and
Listen, mate, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, bringing the noise. You know what? Give this guy credit, he's been standing up against the COVID regarding the harms of the vaccine, going into the going into the tube stations about digital ID, and everything he's saying is spot on, absolutely respectful, man. Bring that noise.
From London Satan Sinners.
How you doing, mate?
Pal, you're right.
I'm brilliant, mate. I'm brilliant. There we go, Connor. Came on the way down to Liverpool, son. What's happening? What brings you here?
We're down here, support the farmers, support ourselves. We're up to Scotland doing the same thing, uniting the people, mate.
People supporting people,
That's it, against the government, against everything that they're trying to impose on us, mate. Digital ID. It's about the about the bigger picture, mate.
When I spoke about unity, mate, I've always said in my speeches.
Every time, every one of us, no matter whether it's left, right, stuck in the middle, mate, we need to unite as one against the bigger picture.
100%, mate. Well, he's down here and he's fighting. This guy here's been fighting the good fight up in Falkirk every day, man.
That's it, we've been protesting again yesterday, mate, again on Wednesday night, and we'll be doing it again on Saturday. Every weekend, mate, every single person needs to be united together.
Wake up, mate.
Wake up. The country is waking up, that's it.
Brilliant, mate, brilliant. The numbers are big here, man. People are starting to stand up together. It's brilliant. Look at this, pure unity. Unity, that's what's needed. Not left, not right. People standing together because we're all scared about the food shortages. Mr. Charlie Beach.
Our family had a very missing some.
What's happening, mate? You good, mate? No to digital ID, yeah? How are you, mate?
John, good to see you, man.
You too, Ahmed. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you.
What brings you down here?
Well, look, when this was announced on Friday, I had to come here. So I had plans to do other things with the kids and but I've had to ditch everything to come here because this is going to be control of the people. And if we don't wake up today, when are people going to wake up?
Ahmed, it feels like you're going back to 2020, mate.
Yeah, you could say. So interestingly, we had a get together from our local stand in the park on Friday night, and that was announced 4 weeks ago to say we're going to get together, and it's just somebody's looking down upon us, and the energy is there to get together. And a lot of people here who I've met from Manchester, Liverpool, who did our activism during the COVID era particularly, and we did always say that Agenda 2030, and in fact one of our boards that we held up was about digital ID, so we were called conspiracy theorists then, but were we really conspiracy theorists, John?
No. Well, you were trying to warn people about what I took.
Well, exactly, and the activism I did, with
100%.
100%, and as much as
this is the thing, mate. It's not about left, right at this point.
No, it's not.
People, mate.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. People's want to say I'm a racist and all that stuff, mate.
We had a conversation about it yesterday.
I'm the guy that was injured from the COVID-19 vaccine,
100%.
but they don't talk about that.
Let me just say to everybody who's watching this man is not an anti-vaxxer. This man took the COVID-19 jabs. This man I first met while sat in a wheelchair at a protest in Glasgow. So he cannot be called as an anti-vaxxer. I am not an anti-vaxxer, but the safe and effectiveness of these jabs was something that needed to be questioned. And ultimately it all goes down to control. And what I'll say to you viewers and those people watching is this: never in human history were mankind controlled in the way we were, and that was a blueprint for what we are going to get to today, which is this. Because if people are thinking that we live in a digital society, John's holding up a camera which is digitally controlled, and people think that, oh, it's just another card, you've got another thing coming. Because if you think that conspiracy or anything like that, it's not conspiracy. This is now reality, and we must unite to stand up against this.
Too much division, mate.
100% left and right, and it's too much division.
Why? Because it's all designed, mate.
It's all designed. It's all designed. And going back to the immigration issue, which I know you've been there as protesters,
I've been a protester.
The thing is, look, what I've been saying to people is, how many years have people been stationed at Calais? If you look at my history, I don't know how long you want me to go on for, but the point I want to make is this, right? Is it's British colonialism. My grandfather came to this country in the 60s upon invitation by the British government. Now, you need to look back to the 1500s. Who was the first person that went there to actually scope out India as it was then? It's an Indian continent. It was a British man in the aristocracy of Britain back then. So, through war, through the looting of India and the rest of it, and even Tyson Fury just the other day put a video out about how much Britain looted of India as it was. Trillions of pounds. In actual fact, if India hadn't been touched for a greater agenda for what we're living through today, it would have 25% of the world's GDP. But people need to wake up. If you're patriot, fair enough, I'm not going to stop you. Nobody's going to stop you. People here, patriots, so you've got the Scottish flag there, you've got the Union Jack here, you've got the St George's flag here. Fair enough, be patriot. I'm British, I'm Britain born and bred. But my heritage is another country, but that doesn't mean to say I haven't contributed to this country. Of course I have. I'm standing here today. I'm probably the only one of the few brown people standing here today, but there's a purpose here of what John said in terms of division.
Agenda 2030, mate.
100%.
Hello, John.
How you doing,
get about?
Well, mate, look.
Well done for coming down and supporting the Trailer of Truth, the farmers, and against digital ID. And I know you had your rally recently, and we had a double commitment, but you just consistent, and you got so much energy, and you're doing it. So well done.
Well, look, mate, what I talk about is the bigger thing at play, and I think now with the digital ID coming in, I think it's pretty much proven now that once this happens, we're in full swing of a dictatorship, and I'm really worried about the future, mate. Digital ID is your thing. Just a quick one, Alan, before you go up there. For people that don't know about it and think the digital ID is possibly a good thing, what would you say to them?
Yeah, well, people, that's the way they're trying to peddle it. They're trying to peddle it that somehow it's going to stop the boats, stop crime and fraud. And obviously some people, they might think, well, that could be a good idea. You know, France, Italy and Germany have all got national ID schemes. That hasn't stopped any illegal migration. They've been wanting to do this with Tony Blair for a long time. The British public don't want it. I think Winston Churchill had it right in 1952 when he said, we're not having that, we're going to set you free. And we've got technocrats that don't have any solutions. They can't deal with our borders, they can't deal with the economy, can't deal with housing, they certainly can't deal with farming, but instead they want us all on a draconian, tyrannical, central digital system, right? That means we've seen what's been going on with two-tier policing, with free speech, with censorship, with debanking. The British public don't want it. We're here, we're united, we're sending our voices to those guys over there. But I will say, lots of people going into the Labour Party conference don't want digital ID either. Those people, everyday normal Labour members, are not our enemies, right? We've all got common interests. I'd invite them all to come along. You know, Keir Starmer's uniting the left, the centre and the right. It's exciting.
I've been saying it for a long time, mate. It's not about left and right at this point, it's about humanity.
Absolutely.
You know, because farmers going into food shortages, going to affect everybody. And that's digital ID.
Yeah.
It's not about protecting, mate, it's about surveillance.
Exactly. So we're asking everyone to get involved, togetherdeclaration.org. Either as a supporter or a member. We want to keep campaigning. You know, Farmers to Action during the last elections went round to all the Labour rural constituencies. They all stopped voting Labour. We've got more in May that are coming up. We're also saying make sure you let your MPs and councillors know that you don't want digital ID, your votes are going to depend on it. But also get round with your local neighbours and local groups, have your voice heard, flyers in shops, talk to them.
Bring the noise.
Bring the noise. Look at this, John. I mean, we were on the street before, you were there with us. What an incredible atmosphere. It's just like a carnival, everyone's really upbeat. We're going to win this.
I hope so.
We're going to win it, mate.
The thing is, I do think that people in Scotland are still not twigging, mate, to the bigger thing. So,
well, we'll get our Scottish brothers and sisters and we'll keep uniting with them and we'll make sure we drive it through. Listen, I'm seeing that people aren't going to vote the same way in Scotland or in Wales as they have done for decades, so who knows?
So, mate, I'm going to let you go up there, right, mate?
All right, mate, good stuff. Well done, thank you.
So my name's Luke and I'm from Wolverhampton. We set up a local group called standupwolverhampton.com. Our website is down at the moment, but our tech guy Tom's going to get it back up and running. But we ran a campaign for 4 years, right, John, telling people not to take the jabs. We printed loads of leaflets, probably about 60,000 leaflets. One was called Safer to Wait, where we told parents, you know, it is safer to wait. Don't take it just because the propaganda told you to do so. We organised a protest outside our local hospital in Wolverhampton called New Cross Hospital for the staff who didn't want to take the jabs. We had about 700 staff in a WhatsApp group. We gave them legal representation to keep their jobs. That was very stressful, but we did loads of other things. We put banners on bridges, we did graffiti, any way possible where we could reach out to the public to say, look, this is the biggest scam ever.
See, the thing is now, mate, everybody who was marching in 2020, the ones called conspiracy theorists, it's you guys that now need to ignite. It's you guys that need to get back on back out there and start marching. It's time for people to march together. Do you know what I mean?
It's a time to unite again, really. A lot of people, like I said, we spoke about earlier on, a lot of people have been laying dormant, waiting for something to happen, and now this is your chance to rise up again and you know, to create this unity, because we're all broken up. You know, we need to get the pieces of the puzzle back together and finish that jigsaw, because ultimately it's us versus the government. Well, it's the government versus us, let's face it. The working class, you know, working people who are trying to work. You know, it's basically this digital ID will take us towards the Chinese-style social credit score system, where in China they have like 1,000 points. If you don't do as you're told, if you jaywalk or if you drop litter, the government can take the money straight out of your account. If your points below a certain level, you're not allowed to travel. These are all the things that are going to happen here. People don't believe it. They don't believe it.
People need to come together, mate. They need to come together. And if you're not waking up to the digital ID, I hate to tell you, this affects you all. Not only that, we've got the farmers who are on the brink of food shortage. But listen, mate, I always respect. And the thing is, mate, because I've been going to protests and documenting them, the people who have been protesting outside the hotels, I've been saying this is a bigger picture. Of course the Agenda 2030.
So if you go back to Agenda 2030, there's a document that we urge people to read, and it's called Absolute Zero PDF. It comes up UK Fires, and it's like a 50-page document, and it's basically linked to the United Nations. On page 7 or 8, it talks about how basically beef and lamb will be phased out, along with air freighted food imports and frozen meals. So 2030 to 2050, beef and lamb completely phased out. So that means the farmers, no beef and lamb from 2030 to 2050. But it's already happening now. It's a slow progression.
It affects everyone, left and right, colour of skin, religion. It doesn't matter. We're all going into a dictatorship, man. I've been trying to wake you all up, your left and the right, trying to tell you, but you want to believe the mainstream media. Wake the fuck up, man. Honestly,
Wake the fuck up.
Appreciate it, mate.
No problem, John. Thank you anyway, man. Doing a good job, mate. Honestly.
Always, mate. Always. And that's the thing, like, I've been saying it, mate, because I can't come. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter where you stand politically right now. Farmers, if they don't get any food, we're going into food shortages. This digital ID is going to imprison us. Then what's next? 20-minute neighbourhood?
20-minute neighbourhood, ULEZ, net zero. There's a lot of things in the pipeline, and for those who are skeptic skeptic in that regard, the only thing I will say to people is this is all documented, it's all online. You just need to go onto the World Economic Forum's website, United Nations. What I will say is how the COVID-19 jabs were pushed by doctors and celebrities and others. There are going to be people who are going to be paid to push this. And what I would urge people to do is not to forget those people, because those people need to keep receipts of those people, like one of my friends did, Charlotte, I'll name her, and basically now people are called out because of that hoax, and people like yourself who were injured as a result of that, John. And what I will say is people need to bear in mind as to who is pushing this and other agendas as part of a government and a globalist control. And one thing important to remember is when Keir Starmer did announce the digital ID on Friday, what summit was he at? And afterwards, when he did the Q&A, who were the prime ministers that were sitting with him? So again, just for people to be made aware, it's a globalist agenda.
The man picked Davos over Westminster, remember?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
He said that publicly.
Everybody's talking, saying we're conspiracy theorists. Like I said, the reason why they hate me is because if you speak too much truth, mate. And this here now confirms we're all screwed, guys. Doesn't matter where you stand, 100%. You better stand together.
What I would say is people need to join the dots. People need to join the dots. There's a lot of narrative out there in terms of your patriotism and everything else, and it's great. But one thing I will say is people need to look at the Bill of Rights. People need to look at the Act of Settlement, and people need to do their research in terms of the Constitution of the United Kingdom, because we are living in a 350-year tyranny of Parliament's control, unfortunately.
We're going to catch up, make some speeches. I'm going to start.
Yeah. All right,
cheers,
mate. Nice
man.
one, thank you.
So, Farmers to Action is, it's not just me who might have put my head in the parapet first, but there are so many people that are behind this now and driving like a driving. Fucking hell.
Bring
the noise.
Go right, mate. How's it going?
I'm good. Fucking scary times now, son.
Mate. 100%. You're fucking taller than I thought you were.
Everybody says that.
This is not environmentalism or green policy, this is control. This is a land grab and it's a war on farmers. When they spread propaganda and misinformation about us, we work ourselves to the bone. We sacrifice our physical and mental health, our family lives and our personal lives to keep food on Britain's tables, and they call us the problem. Make no mistake, if they crush the farmer, they will crush the nation, and that is what they want. They want total control.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you for travelling from Ireland today. Our next speaker is Paul Young, a representative for the Northern Irish veterans. Please give Paul a big hand.
Squeeze past, mate. Sorry.
With that, farmers,
there is no food. Without soldiers, there is no protection for our lands. In a time when the very foundations of our society, those who feed us and those who defend us, are being undermined by political decisions, it is no longer enough to stand silently. The farmers' protest and the Operation Justice campaign may seem worlds apart, but they are bound by shared struggle. The fight against a government that has forgotten the value of service, sacrifice and sustenance.
Yes. Yes.
Across the UK and beyond, farmers are rising up against policies that threaten their livelihoods, their land and the future of food security. Whether it's unfair subsidies, environmental mandates that ignore agricultural realities, or trade deals that undercut local produce, the message is clear. Those who grow our food are being pushed to the margins. Their protest is not about economics, it's about dignity, survival, and the right to be heard. Farmers and veterans alike are being treated not as pillars of society, but as expendable liabilities. Their Their decades of service to land and to country are being rewritten, ignored or punishment. The government's actions reflect a dangerous trend, the erosion of respect for those who have given the most. This is not just about policy, it's about principle. It's about recognising the strength of a nation lies not in its rhetoric, but in how it treats those who sustain and defend it. Let the farmers' tractors and the veterans' medals stand side by side. Let their voices echo through Westminster and beyond, because without farmers, there is no food, and without soldiers, there is no protection for our citizens. Us veterans have a saying, if they will not listen, we will shout louder. Let's hear some noise. If they will not listen, what will they do?
Let's give Paul a large round of applause, Paul.
And I never even thought this would be possible to tow this trailer of a tractor in the time scale that we had, especially at farmers' busiest time of the year. But it just shows that there's too much at stake and the government have got this so wrong. The Scottish trailer, it didn't just get towed here by tractor all the way. It started as high as John O'Groats, right at the top of Scotland. And on its way down, it stopped at dealer depots, haulage parks, marts, distilleries, local events, farm shows, farm shops, just to name a few businesses that's going to be affected by this tax. Farmers, we are sick and tired of working for little return and getting told what we are getting paid, getting told what we are getting deducted from our self-billing invoices, while getting more and more over-regulated each year, jumping through more sustainability hoops while imports are flooding into our country and pulling our prices down. It's so wrong that farmers caught in their later years and have grafted all their days have been pulled right into this, adding stress to them and their families, giving them no time to plan or save their farm or business for the next generation. They have not only looked after their farm, but they have also cared for everyone's environment and countryside, while producing sustainable food for the nation. How will a 25-year roadmap help these families, Mr. Starmer? Communities are also going to be let down, possibly ruined by these government policies. When there's a flood, snow, storm, wildfire or any crisis, a farmer is always first in the scene to help. We have a great industry, but it could be so much better, and as Trump says, we would never want to go to his penthouse in Manhattan. We just love that dirt. And he has stopped their estate tax. Now, come on and listen, Mr. Starmer. Get this sorted out before it's too late for our farms, rural communities, businesses and everyone's future. Just like to take this opportunity to thank Farmers to Action. There's too many to mention, but thank you for organising this great event. Thank you.
Our industry has been under attack by men in suits for a very long time. People have no idea of what our industry is about, giving us rules and legislation that we've got to abide by, right? And they have absolutely no comprehension. I would not go and tell a banker how to do his job. I would not go and do it to a politician and tell him how to do his job. But it looks like we're here and we've got to, because they're absolutely useless. If taxes were reworded as fines, we're fined in life. We are fined to own a property. We are fined to sell a house. And now we are fined to die. And that is how brutal this is getting. People slander farmers saying this is about us and about money. This is not. Farmers to Action's key message through the whole of this is abolish IHT for everyone in this country. No one should have to work their lives, pay tax, and then give it to a government. The point we've got to, I've got a 2-year-old toddler, and I would trust her to spend the British budget better than the politicians that we've got. Farming is becoming this country's most expensive hobby. It used to be boating and equestrian. Most farmers now are having to work 2 to 3 extra jobs in order to stay in the industry they love. Farming is about a lifestyle. It's not, we don't perceive it as work. We perceive it as something that we love to do. We go out in all weathers, we work all hours, and it's a privilege to do it. But we keep having people in suits with ties telling us what to do, when we just need less government in this day and age. We need less government, less rules and less legislation. And it's not just about farmers. The fishing industry have been attacked for years. And this is a time where industries need to unite together. It is an absolute privilege to stand here with all you veterans. An absolute privilege. Because where is a country if it cannot be watered, fed and kept safe? Farming is in a very dark point. It's getting to the point that this is no longer just about farms. This is about saving lives. There is all sorts of rumours of tallies of farmers that have taken their own lives, and it is not being spoken about. To lose one life is a tragedy. To lose more than one life, I haven't got a word to actually throw into that. Agriculture at the moment has lost way more lives than any of us want to talk about. There is a number that is going around, but I can't say it because it is not backed up by fact. But there is industry representatives that are keeping that secret. So the biggest thing I'm going to just finish on, this is not just about saving farms, this is not just about saving fisheries, this is not about just about veterans, this is also about saving lives. Plural. This country needs to be put in a far better place, and what we've got over there is not going to be the ones that do the job.
We've now got Gareth Wyn-Jones, who's doing a very quick speech before going on to GB News.
He doesn't want me here too long. Thank you very much for everybody coming here. Think about where we are, we're in Liverpool. They've got a song, You Never Walk Alone. Even the Evertonian supporters will back us, because we are not going to walk alone, and we're not here today to walk alone. All you people are here to support the farming communities. And you know what? We're supporting you because we're feeding you once, twice or 3 times a day. And them numpties over there have got no idea what it takes to put food on their plates. Let's build a better Britain on our bellies, people. We have to work together to find solutions. And honestly, it's heartbreaking. I've got a big social media platform, and I'm telling you, I have spoken to people that are ready to commit suicide because of the pressure they are under. This is ridiculous. The people that are working 7 days a week to try and feed the nation affordable, seasonal, healthy, nutritious food are being attacked. Not just by this government, but by bigger players. 100%. By the liberal elites. Don't you forget that.
Yes, 100%.
And they will try and cancel us, and they will try and silence us, but they will never silence the people. Be careful of the WEF, 100%. United Nations. They are trying to bring the numbers of livestock down for a reason. And if you don't wake up and smell the coffee, you're going to go hungry. And for me as a farmer, personally, I've told my father, he's 89, he has to outlive the term of these idiots. And I'm sure he will, just to be spiteful. Because he's one hell of a man. He's never had a passport, he's never had a holiday, and he's paid his bloody taxes. He doesn't deserve to go to that grave and pay all them taxes again. We're undervalued in life and overvalued in death. That's the sign on this trailer. Don't ever forget it. Build a better Britain on our bellies, and let's have a farming food revolution and get rid of this stinky, horrible government ASAP. I wanted to sing Keir Starmer is a, but I'm going to leave that right there.
Keir Starmer's a wonder.
That's the one.
In a moment, we've got people out there going for a walk. Do you want to join them for a walk to see the Labour Parliament and the pubs here? Then give us 5 minutes to get this packed up, and when you hear people on the megaphone, walk peacefully behind them. As I said, when we leave, we want that site cleaner than when we arrived, because we are people with morals who stick to our word, unlike this government.
So now everybody's heading over to the Labour conference across the road. Will Keir Starmer come out and speak to them? I highly doubt it. This man, all the governments have been ignoring everybody. Like I said, they've ignored the harms of the vaccines. They're ignoring people protesting with concerns over illegal immigration. They're ignoring farmers. Now, what have we got? Digital ID to conquer it all. Digital ID is a thing that's going to affect us all as well as the farmers not being able to, continue growing food. But let's see what they're all saying. You want to come and have a chat with people over here? No interested. Politicians don't care. Just, there you go, politicians just walking out the door, not giving a flying fuck about anybody.
The thing is, everyone keeps calling me crazy, and now it's finally happened. I've been inundated with messages of people going, "Oh, you were right," and there's a massive reckoning, a massive awakening.
I'm not moving nowhere like that. No, it's not a position. I'm not moving.
The plan is to destroy farmers, put them out of business, take their land, and own and control the food supply and centralise everything. And then you've got people like Bill Gates who want to sell us synthetic meat while doing away with cattle.
And the digital ID, I don't know anyone who isn't against digital ID. So
the Digi-ID is very, very dangerous. We know what happens in China where they've got this system. We know what's happened in Vietnam. 86 million bank accounts got closed down.
However, if the only way they can control freedom of speech is by putting a circle around everybody, it's just a big digital prison for everyone.
And they're using every trick in the book to bring it in. I mean, they're saying, oh yes, it will stop people crossing the channel. Well, it's insane. It's nothing to do with people crossing the channel. The Navy can stop people crossing the channel. Or it'll help you fill in potholes. This is crackers.
From our voices to your ears, Keir Starmer, your time's not long there, but a reminder to everyone. This is Britain. We're going to stay free, we're going to keep free, we're going to keep our farmers, and we're not going to stop fighting until we've won this together. Well done, everyone.